Hey guys, this is James from Veteran Unlimited. Today I'll be tying you the olive lily bugger using a size 10 streamer hook with a gold tungsten bead. I'm using green or olive uni thread. You can use either one. I'm using green. Snap that off. You want to build up a decent body of thread. Okay, now I'm going to tie on some lead wire. Small lead wire, you can use medium too. Put on a decent amount. I'm using small. You want to. This fly needs a lot of weight, so you're gonna want to put a decent amount on. Tie it all the way back to the very end. Just don't want to break the thread there. Tie it back. Now I'm gonna wrap this lead wire on. Oh, just broke off. Retie it on there. It's the problem with small lead wire is that it usually does that a lot. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. So now I'm going to start twisting it all the way up to the top. Do about 10 to 20 wraps. This fly, you want it to be pretty heavy you'd go deep in streams, especially fast moving streams. Trout will usually sit behind logs, so you want it to cast in front of the log and let it sink. Okay, I think that's enough lead wire. I'm going to snip that off. And cover the lead wire and thread. Okay, now I'm going to go grab a piece or two of marabou. For the tail of the fly, I'm going to grab 2 pieces of olive. You're going to want it to be fairly, I like mine fairly small. You don't need it too big. Tie mine about that big. So I'm going to do a few clinch knots there. You want to use quite a few because otherwise it comes undone. I'm going to snip that off. It's okay if you leave a bit extra. That's your tail. I'm going to add a little bit of flash to my tail. I'm going to use some crystal flash, or well, not crystal flash, but flash material you can buy at your fly shop. I'm going to want 1 piece and we'll fold it in half. I'm going to snip it short. Might want to put another piece on too after, but 1 should be good. 2 is going to really help it in muddy water. You want a lot of flash. So if you're fishing in muddy rivers or lakes or wherever you're fishing, you're going to put a decent amount of flash. I think I might actually do 2 on this one. Because in the fall time the rivers get pretty muddy, so at least where I live. Flash to help it out. I'll remove all the flash back. Okay, just tied my flash on. Secured, good. Okay, so now I'm going to tie on my body material, which I'm using dubbing. You could have used the marabou for the body, but I like using dubbing better. I'm just going to put some, I buy the olive dubbing with flash in it. Flashier the fly is, the better, I find. You don't want too much of this stuff on. Just enough to form a body. It's a little bit hairy, this one. Body's pretty narrow. I might actually want to add some more. Surprised this one didn't turn out that fat. You want to be fairly fat. You don't want them too skinny, otherwise the fish won't bite them. But especially the bigger the flies in muddier water, right? You don't want to put like a small, tiny fly on a size 10, or not a size 10, like size 6 or something hook in really muddy water, because the fish are going to have a harder time seeing it. You want to put something like a size 10. You can tie this one smaller, but I like to tie mine in size 10. Size 10 or 12. Okay, so now we got the body done. I'm going to tie in a red wire. I'm going to use it as a ribbon. Get my red wire. Cut that. I'm using a medium red wire. Small is okay to use, but doesn't stand out as much. Tie a medium. And then I'm going to tie in my hackle at the same time here. Okay, got my hackle in. Well, I'm going to wrap my hackle first. You can do the wire first, but the hackle wrap first. The wire will like quench it down to the hook. So give it a few wraps of hackle all the way up. A spiral formation. Like that. I'm going to tie that in there. Like that. And snip off my hackle. I like to tie mine back a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to put that up, the fly. You're going to want to get in between. You don't want to like put hackle feathers underneath the wire, so you want to wiggle it a little bit. Just move the hackle out of the way. Oh, it should look like that. Okay, I'm going to put a bit more red on the end there. Okay, got my red wires done. And that's your basic woolly bugger, olive woolly bugger. You can tie it in any color. Great for streams, creeks, lakes, and rivers. It's just an amazing fly. You can fish it wherever you want, under an indicator, or just by itself. Hope you enjoyed this fly tying tutorial. Hope you enjoyed and learned a bit about the olive woolly bugger. Bye.